Hey my friend, for all my life, I couldn't dream of and not even think about living a life devoted to God, believing in God as the religions of this world preach. Because I felt like when you grow up in the Western society today, or in the last 20 or 30 years, you are so rational in your mind that you would argue there's no evidence, and all of the history of humanity shows us how much bad things were done in the name of religion. Therefore you emotionally justify yourself to not believe in it, and are also supported by the actual evidence of science. But I couldn't be more wrong actually, in hindsight. Because for all my life, unconsciously, I was living a life devoted to a greater good, to the trust in the universe, which is pretty much the same thing. You just use a different terminology. And once you experience living a life devoted to a greater good, to a cosmic force, or to God, a lot changes in your life. You will feel much more rooted and connected to the energy of this universe, and you will feel a sense of purpose and meaning which was never there before. And this will give you more energy and force and clarity that you know what you have to do with this life that you have. But ironically, when you are on this path, you will instantly, once you realize it, that you are actually now walking this way in your life, get this euphoric idea that you have to convince now others about your amazing insights about life. And this is the thing of this video and the point of this video, because as soon as you are on this religious path and you start walking it, or the spiritual path, you feel like, wow, this is amazing. With these newfound insights, you can change your life so drastically. And on that path, you will immediately receive so many blessings that will help you ease the pain and avoid pain and suffering, which was not possible before. And this makes you see it also not only in your own patterns, which are not longer necessary for you to do, but also in the patterns and habits of the people around you and the people you love. And when you realize that and you see it in these people, and you know actually for a fact it is not necessary for them to suffer right now, you want to help them. And this is where the conflicts begin. Experiencing this knowledge for the first time makes you feel obligated to help them, to support them, to teach them and show them the ways in which they no longer have to suffer. But this walks right into the trap of disappointment, because quickly everyone realizes, and I had to realize, that it is not my task, not my work that I have to do, to force these ideas, these concepts and the insights from yourself onto others. It is just a selfish way of living, but it is so hard to understand in the beginning, and therefore everyone tries it. And the biggest factor in that process and the dynamic that you actually cannot force them and not help them, not support them in the way you want them to help, is simple as that, the human ego. Because you have it and the others have it too. And in the beginning, of course, because of these insights, you will feel empowered and more capable and stronger and more competent than ever before. And this will make you unconsciously evaluate better yourself than others, which is obviously not true. Just by your new insights and other actions, you will never be more valuable than another different human being. But your unconscious ego will think that, because it sees your behavior and the behavior of others and compares that. And then it realizes, well, these people are so stupid. They are suffering from these sources which are idiotic. This is nonsense and unnecessary. And therefore it will start to feel the way, I am more worth. And this dynamic, this unconscious belief, will reflect in your actions, and the other people you want to help will sense that and feel that, even though you don't say it out loud. by your actions and intention and energy, they will feel like, why are you entitled to help me? You are unexperienced, or you're younger, or you are just a different person. Don't tell me what to do. Who are you to judge me or teach me? And this dynamic will often block other people from being open, so that you will not be able to help them. Or maybe it's not their time to get this information right now from you. And this is the biggest reason why it will not work, even though it would be amazing. So right there, we all have to witness and experience that these actions will not bear fruits. Even though we want it and we do it with loving and good intentions, it will probably most likely not work in the way we want it to. And this is totally okay. It is not our task, not our obligation to force any change in others. This is only an opportunity for ourselves to realize what our psyche and ego did through our own change. And this change we can learn from, and we can use it to understand that we are not better than anyone else, that we should not teach anyone now what we are supposed to do. We should live our life, our truth, and be open to help someone if they want to, but never go into a position where we want to imprint it and press it down on somebody. So now it is much more time to let them live their freedom than their lives, and make them feel curious at some point maybe. Let them ask, how is he dealing with this? How can he be so calm and so happy, even though the world is in such a chaos? Once that happens, these people will come to you and ask for your advice or for your help. And maybe not, maybe they won't ask, but you will not be dependent on their actions. And then, and only then, once they are open to really listen to you, your words can be heard and change can happen. So even when it is hard to see your loved ones suffer from pain, which you know of, that it is not necessary that they suffer in this situation from their thoughts and their actions. But it is not your task. I know it is hard, but it is not your concern. It should never be your concern. We all have our own unique learning opportunities in life. So don't think for a second that you are entitled to take that away from others. Focus on your own path. You are blessed. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe right here. And if you want to watch another one, you can click right here. I'll see you in the next one. Much love.